the rebound, Gigi Jackson, who had 44 points in the season finale last year. Huff running the floor, a Euro step and a dunk.
The thing was, he saw Vince Williams Jr. running hard.
3 gone by here, second quarter. Game 82. A Huff 3. Bango, Jay Huff. First three-point make for Huff tonight.
Williams not ruled out yet. He is questionable to return with a left oblique.
All right, thank you for that update. Good to hear that it's not definitive that he's out.
They missed a goaltend on the other end. The ball came off of the glass.
Huff, a spin and a make. Jay Huff.
Utah can make it interesting down the stretch. The Grizzlies team has made it extremely interesting.
The affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. Gigi Jackson. Huff. Stuff. Huff has a mismatch against Martin. Jackson tries to bring it to him and now does. 5 to shoot for Huff. Backs down against Martin. Oh, Jay Huff. Too tough, Jay Huff. This is terrible, man.
Nice
stuff. Jay Huff, he's a bad man.
Huff, they haven't had enough.
The Grizzlies, like I said, would get the loser of Golden State and the Clippers. Clippers lead at 83-82. Huff, reverse stuff.
How about a 360?
What's going to be important for Memphis when they head to the postseason? What's going to be kind of their calling card? Jay Huff hits a 3.
You always think the ball is going to go in the hands of number 2 in white. And Huff's a good three-point shooter. He's one of those guys you've got to get out there to quickly.
This is 4 out of 13 from deep. Pippen floats, and there's the reverse by Huff coming in. Back out to the perimeter. Wallace shuts off the baseline. Huff got the flyby, fires away, and it's got another 3. And he has been timely with those points. 8 points off the bench.
Nearly took that rebound away from Jackson Jr. Here's Bain. He pushes away. Collier, Huff, straight away 3. Got it. Desmond Bain inside Jay Huff. 2-handed.
Got some toughness in there with KJ Martin.
Wells fires a strike inside the lob. Pippen. See the Jazz can't mount some sort of a comeback here as Aldama jumps out on the inbound. Kennard back out. Aldama steps to his right. They'll feed inside. And right now, Huff's beating the Jazz. Bain in the right place at the right time for the rebound. Kicks it into high gear. Front court, one bounce. Huff.
Huff doing it all kinds of ways.
Good box out by Huff.
Sensa ball was 3 for 3 from 3. A miss there. Huff down the lane for the Statue of Liberty. Jay Huff, emphatic dunk.
We are led to believe that the minute restriction for Powell is somewhere in the mid-20s. As Huff, as Coach Vitello said. But boy, he has played some inspired basketball the last few weeks. Huff, the heave ahead of the horn. Oh! Aldama whips it right into the hands of Bogdanovich. Clippers give it right back. Kennard back to Huff. 112-96. Bain spinning away from the defense. Huff in the corner for 3. It's good. You mentioned it earlier. He can shoot 3s. That's his 3rd. Kennard. Huff inside. Lays it home.
Going across the court to Dwap.
Bain, zigzag dribble, finds Huff. Crashing in for a 2-hand jam.
Yeah, there goes the bounce that he has. One of these games.
Yes, sir.
Some of that Kevin Calabro, Butler highlight video film in the Student Rec Center.
Rat ball.
I know you was in there.
Mobley leading the Cavaliers with 14. Pippen on the takeaway as Huff trailing. And a reverse lay-in from Jay Huff. Huff. Yes. Down the lane, Statue of Liberty for Huff stuff.
Like I said, this is a tough matchup for Walker Kessler.
Morant, second run through the lineup. 8 points, 3 assists first time through. Huff for 3. Bingo! Jay Huff.
See if this stops. Can ignite the Grizzlies to be able to get out in transition.
Huff knocks down the 3. Jay Huff.
He knows what lane to stay in.
Exactly.
Nice throwback.
Here's a Huff 3. Banked it in, and the Grizzlies have their first lead of the game from 16 down. Huff, a 3. Good, Jay Huff.
I'll take one.
Shot clock down to 4. Huff trying to create and hits a floater. Jay Huff in double figures with 11. Bain playing hide and seek behind a Huff screen. Huff for 3. Bingo! Jay Huff, 4th triple tonight.
Pelcher 2 and 11 in these situations. Second of back-to-back games. Huff can make threes, by the way.
And you know, I was just going to say.
He's overdue, Jackson. And again, but it's taken away. You got to protect it. E brought it down. Bain picked it clean.
Give him a step.
It'll be Huff.
See, that's the thing. Huff could shoot that ball.
9 points off the turnovers, and now they're out running again off another. So the run is 10-2.
Most points per game of the first 50 games of the season on average. Grizzlies are right there putting up historical numbers.
Sims, Top, and Kolek have come into the game. Huff comes into the game. His first shot, that's good. A 3-pointer. Jay Huff knocking that down.
Williams averaging 22 a game in the last 4. He's going back that way. Here's Huff into the game. First touch is a 3, and it is through for Jay Huff. Wall is shooting more 3s than he ever has before. Here's Huff again. Good again, Jay Huff. Timeout, Charlotte.
Here for this Grizzly standpoint. So it started with the Mitchell push, a great steal by Morant.
Showtime for Huff. Huff stuff set up by Morant. Grizzlies with 5 in double figures, 4 starters plus Kennard, 18 off the bench. Huff. Yes!
To get him something going towards the basket.
Yeah. Drop off. Huff, another reverse stuff. Huff stuff.
Loose, gets to the ball, and makes a bucket.
Nice cut by Huff for an easy jam.
I look down. We haven't talked much about it because I told you I don't like to talk about it.
Huff and the foul!
That's a 39th assist.
Huff thought about the 3, now drives it, lays it in. Jay Huff.
That was good extension.
Seen Paul start to pull up more in transition from 3. Huff does just that. Aldama back to Huff, who's hit his 2nd straight 3. Kennard finally misses. Huff doesn't.
And it bit the Grizzlies on that last possession.
Huff on the attack, a 2-handed Huff stuff. Rob Fisher, that last huddle.
Here to finish out this 2nd quarter.
Under 5 remaining. Huff. Şengün flies by. Huff with a finger roll. Huff, an open 3. Bingo! Game tied at 48. Grizzlies all the way back from 12 down. Huff drives on Lively, attacks and finishes, and the Grizzlies have their first lead of the game.
The Grizzlies try 2 for 1 themselves.
Huff for 3. Good! Tough stuff, Jay Huff. 8 off the bench. Their largest was 19. Huff for 3, it's through. Hammer, nail, coffin, this baby's over.
Wiggins, the trace. Huff sent him away. Good play, Jay Huff. They've got to go up a little stronger. And Huff, he can do this. Open 3.
Hey, that's a Huff possession.
Dubs have that early 10-point lead. They ballooned it to 11. Memphis climbing back with Huff for the open 3.
the Grizzlies take the lead and the Warriors take time. They knew Wiggins was the hottest Warrior, and so everyone was aware of that.
But it started with the drives, right? Even as
Huff hits a three.
Huff knocks it down.
It's all been Jaren Jackson. They can't be in a groove because they haven't taken any shots.
Jay Huff out there. The Suns turn it over. Jackson Jr. barrels down inside, drops it off to Huff. Kennard in the dribble drive, swings it out to Huff. Huff had 17 in the loss on Sunday. Again, they are letting him body up. Pippen Jr. on the drive and kick. Out to Huff. He has shown that he is a willing three-point shooter. Knocks down another one.
Looked like he tried to go with the left hand. He's got to get his shoe back on, so it's 5-on-4. Straight away three, that is Huff.
Shot it very comfortably.
Bane to Huff, and Huff showing some elevation. Wiggins again. That time it looked like Conchar might have got a piece. Huff is feeling it as he's got himself another three. Hard to believe that Taylor Jenkins thinks that Memphis might be able to make a comeback. Huff knocked down a couple of threes. Remember early in the first quarter? It has been all OKC seemingly since that 9-0 start to the game. As Huff able to put it down. Playing for his fourth team.
That's tough to do a lot of times in games like this. It's just kind of like.
It'll be Hawk. Yep. With Luke Kennard, who just checked into the game. Kind of a distraction. Now Pippen with Huff, corner three. He can make that. The rookie, second.
Denied John Morant the ball.
And that's what Brandon Boston's out there for. Nice flip. That was good footwork by a 7-footer, Jay Huff, former Virginia Cavalier.
Knocking down his first shot. Former Laker Jay Huff, and he hits it. Boy, that one game.
More so for what he's doing defensively. I thought early on in the year it was on the offensive end. So what he's been able to do defensively with multiple players has his name cemented on that side.
Aldama for three. Wells. And then finally the tip. Jay Huff. Huff thought about it. Splits a defense. Oh, and Statue of Liberty jams. Finney Smith, a 43%er from beyond the arc, has hit 5 triples tonight. Lob for Huff in the reverse. Huff stuff.
Here's Huff again. Corner three. Splash.
I said it. Everybody in this lineup can tag you from 3.
And the Grizzlies have length and size with their forwards. Watch out. Jay Huff in reverse. He's getting every team's best perimeter player that he has to guard every night, and he's logging some heavy minutes. Wow, last 8 points for the Wizards. Huff. Still waiting for Jordan to score after that explosion last night. He's 0 for 3. Huff. Watch out below. Jared had a season-high 6 assists against Memphis on November the 8th. He's got 10 points tonight. Huff pull-up 3. 12 points and 6 boards.
Go get it.
Arabia spinning, kick out. Huff.
Entering into career highs for field goal attempts for Holiday. 16 in the first half. A step back from Jay Huff. Cornette defending Pippen Jr. Jay Huff. He's got a pure stroke.
Or does that set up one of the perimeter guys?
Bane covered up. Huff for 3. Bango. Jay Huff.
Your professionalism. Because you're going to play against the Boston Celtics. Nobody has to get ready for that game. But then also get yourself ready for the next game.
Huff. Another 3.
And Marcus Smart.
Just his second misfire of the night. Bane against Fox. Nice. Backdoor to Huff for a reverse slam.
Oh, no, and Huff, partner, he could have gone on with the regular, too. He said, oh, no.
Murray got the step against LaRavia. That's going to be short. Rebound Marcus Smart. Smart says, get on down the floor. Huff running the floor and dunking. Timeout, Sacramento.
Missed the road game against Oklahoma City, and then a wrist injury kept him out for 5 games. Those 6 games, Dallas went 5-1. Jay Huff catches the alley-oop from Scottie Pippen Jr. And he's gone from a 2-way contract player to a standard contract.
I was just going to say, he's really earned his stripes.
Yep, he's on the real deal Holyfield now as Jay Huff hits a 3-pointer and the Mavericks.
They're going to have to attack this pressure, though, by Memphis.
16 turnovers for Dallas tonight. Jay Huff for 3. He hits it.
Marcus Smart knew exactly what he was doing. That's how far offline it was.
New Orleans shooting 7 of 11 to start. Morant in the lane. Finds Huff for the dunk.
An early start by McCollum.
4 of 5 from the floor for C.J. McCollum. Averaging 22 a game against the Grizzlies. Lob for Huff. Morant already his 4th assist of the game. Nope. He had struggled the last 3 games against the Grizzlies. Here's a Huff 3 that's in.
He runs so hard and fast off of these screens. Beasley is going as fast as he could to get around that screen.
Huff an angle 3. That's through. Took a knock to the head, and he's slow getting up the other way. Huff runs and finishes with a prayer.
You got to be kidding me. Huff, the thing was, the ball was taking him out of bounds.
Wells on the baseline, trying to create some space. A Huff 3, bango. Jay Huff, his 2nd 3-point make of the game. Aldama into the game. Jay Huff, a clean look at a 3, bango. Great find by him. Shot clock at 7. Huff, a move, a counter move, and a half hook that's in. Jay Huff with 5. Laravia on the attack. Huff, corner 3. Good again, Jay Huff. 8 off the bench.
And also the guys in double figures again. 5 people in double figures right now. We say we're knocking on the
Huff.
Mark it on Buzelis. Huff fakes the 3. Going into the basket. The scoop layup is good.
I'm telling you, he's highly skilled.
Jake Laravia in the corner. Working on Jalen Smith. The give to Huff and a reverse slam.
I tell you, Huff's out here by going inside first, and then the outside comes second.
5-point game. Grizzlies with the lead. Huff will launch for it.
Yeah, see, their bigs can shoot.
Huff, a walk-up 3. Got it!
This Grizzlies team so resilient that you don't want to allow the Bulls to have on a regular basis.
Wells on the move. Huff calling for it. Corner 3. Bango. Grizzlies, that's their 18th triple since Kennard. Huff. Yes! Starts the 4th quarter on the floor for Philadelphia. Payne got by Caleb Martin. Huff drives on Drummond and the Huff stop. Grizzlies with a 10-point lead as that point comes off the board for Caleb Martin. Huff, straightaway 3, bango. This is only the 2nd time the Grizzlies have been down double digits at home this year. Laravia comes topside and a Huff 3. Yes, Jay Huff for 3. Aldama behind the back for Jalen Wells against Porter. Forced into a fadeaway. And Jay Huff tipped that one in, and now Vince Williams Jr. is down. Kennard, dump off, Huff. Here's a nice find. Grizzlies with the edge on the glass as well tonight so far. Huff in rhythm, bango! Jay Huff. Westbrook with 9 off the bench. Huff drives on Saric, reverses it up and in. Huff for 3. Yes! Jay Huff.
Jay goes, takes off the dribble, tough reverse lay-in.
And Scottie Pippen Jr. Huff all the way to the rim, but didn't make it initially. Missed the bunny.
If you're going to get basket interference, they're going to say Kyle Anderson touched it.
Lowest scoring since his rookie season, but the shot attempts are way down. 6 fewer shots than even 2 years ago. Huff with the slam off the Jackson miss. As Connect scores from mid-range. Did you see that coming? I think people saw that coming. I wasn't talking about the pass. I was talking about the Cavaliers, but the Huff reverse dunk alley-oop. 7-second difference between the game and shot clocks. Huff spinning at Koloko. Huff beautifully done with the left.
Triggers his second of the night. He's 0 for 2 from 3. Memphis off to the early lead. Now here is Huff.
He can do that.
Huff comes in 19 of 38 from no school. No. They got the winter wheat in. The farming is done. You just got to wait for the wheat to grow. Here's Huff. Drives, scoops, scores. Spanning the globe. Here's Huff. Jay Huff. Kawamura backs off under the guard of Murray. Lasers a pass low to Huff. Turns, says, who, me? Hooks and scores.
In a building in D.C., that's the case. Sarr around and out. Tap rebound falls to Pippen. Jay Huff running the floor. Puts it up and in the foul.
Some injuries just hadn't panned out all the way for him.
Huff, a topside three, puts it in. So Huff drives behind the back to Huff. Oh my! Corner three, Huff got it. Jay Huff, first points of the night for Jay Huff. Aldama, Jay Huff, another three, good again. Too tough, Jay Huff. The snuff. Scottie Pippen Jr. in the game, screen by Aldama. Morant through the lane, sets up Huff, another three, hits it again! Morant against Reddish. Pippen drives, Aldama.
He is 5 of 5 from the field, 13 points, 39-39. Huff inside.
Limit that out of their offense.
Martin tasked with trying to slow down Ja Morant tonight, and Huff, yep, he's 7-1, but he can do that. Rattles in the three.
Tough is the operative word there, over the outstretched arms of the defender.
And then Huff answering right back, and this is what we've always known from Memphis, right?
Stop the ball.
Morant to Huff. Again.
Tough.
Again. And Maxey asking for the foul, no whistle. Here's Scottie Pippen Jr.
Not enough on it to get it up over the rim and in.
Huff wide open from outside. 4:20 to go, third quarter. Still an 11-point Grizzlies lead, and Huff left open again. 4 for 6. That's why the Grizz converted his two-way to a 4-year contract on October 28th. Huff now down the lane and the foul. Off the heel, long rebound to Wells. Huff looking for his 5th of the night. And this guy can't miss. 5 of 7 now.
Yuki drives. He won't be selfish. Huff stuff. Laravia going downhill against Cam Thomas, and a Huff stuff.
Here with the quick spin there to the score.
Morant lobs for Huff.
How about you got the first one deflected, stayed with it to set Huff up so that you can hold these leads earlier.
Pippen's three is off. Laravia an offensive rebound. Jay Huff for three. Bango. Jay Huff.
They're dominating the three-point line. The Grizzlies are dominating in the painted area.
Huff spins and hits. Jay Huff, 7 for him. They've made 25. That's the most ever made against the Grizzlies. Huff a transition three. Rings the bell. Aldama puts it on the deck, lobs it up off the back iron, won't go. Rebound punch to the corner, collected by Pippen. Sets up Huff, a catch and shoot three, it's in for Jay Huff. Huff, who spent Wells against Banchero through a double team. A bobble, but Huff has it. Huff's gonna drive and lay it up and in and draw the foul. Jay Huff, his 4th season out of Virginia, and Morant with a rebound. Home team won both meetings last year. Jaren got Batase in the air. Leaves it for Huff. Oh, reverse dunks! Good defense by Aldama, forcing another turnover. Jay Huff, a trailing three. Good! Jay Huff! For Orlando. Marcus Smart is in with Morant, Arabia, Huff, and Jaren Jackson Jr. Huff, little half hook. A lob for Huff and another reverse dunk.
Marcus Smart making winning plays, setting the table.
Against Caldwell Pope, an excellent defender. Takes him inside, nowhere to go. Huff, corner three. Good! Jay Huff!
Rebound poked out. Another opportunity here.
The second unit for Memphis really looking for the three.
Arm was grabbed. Like I said, he had a good argument. Laravia in the lane, a Huff, topside three. Bingo, Jay Huff.
Rounding out on the three.
But again, you don't mind those shots because the energy's there for the Rockets. That's how this group wants to play.
The lob. Oh, how about Huff?
Didn't know he had that, did you?
Scottie Pippen Jr. back on the floor. Little bump, sends the ball, forces the pass out.
Huff.
Oh, great D here.
And Pippen in possession. Huff, another three. Good again. Jay Huff, and actually that top of the arch three is his favorite.
Huff into the paint, they double him. Shot clock down to 4. Inside, Huff able to break down the baseline. Bain into front court. Huff.
Too much space.
Back to back, and a quick timeout.